Hi guys, thanks again for joining me for this week's Soulmate Oracle reading. Okay, those of you who are just tuning into my channel, I'm Anne and I give general love readings focusing on divine partners, and that includes soulmates, twin flames, karmic connections, twin rays, and all love relationships that you're involved with. So I hope you can stay and watch. I'm sure there's a message for you since you landed on this video. Okay, so as you can notice, I am in a complete different surrounding. This is, I'm in Willoughby Hills. There's this beautiful castle. And you guys know how much I love castles, and I just discovered it. Though my dad told me, oh, that's like been there forever. It's called Esquire Castle, I believe, and it's really magical here. I think this is going to be one of my to-go places. I came here a few weeks ago, and I said this is going to be a perfect setting when it's not too hot or if it's not raining to film a video. So I'm out here and I'm just loving it. So I apologize ahead of time because the park is like flooded with people, but it's early because I wanted to make sure I get this video up before you know, it becomes a lot of activities in parks like they all do. Okay, so this week we're in well, not that this week, we are now currently in August. Oh my gosh, like where did these past 8 months go, right? I mean, really, 8 months into 2019. I'm excited because it's, you know, it's been a challenging, but it's been a very rewarding month at this rewarding year at the same time. I'm just loving it. I mean, it's great, and as long as you know, like we always talk about, embrace nature, embrace the love, you will get through it with whatever it is. Okay, and I apologize ahead of time if you guys see me jump around. There is some bees I see floating around. Hopefully they won't bother me. Not that I'm, you know, going to, you know, jump around, but I'm just telling you guys. Okay, so on with the reading. The first card for Divine Masculine, Self-sabotage, and you can see the cards a lot better. Self-sabotage, Divine Masculine has been doing just that. Self-sabotaging, not because they don't want love in their life, not because they don't want to feel love, but it's like they don't know how to. It's like they forgot the divine meaning of love, and sometimes they run from it, like we saw last week in the previous readings. They don't know how to love because they've buried it, so to speak. And Divine Masculine is starting to come out. They're starting to release it. It's another purge. It's surrendering. As we come into Lionsgate portal, it is slowly starting to change and shift all of this, because like we talked about before, this is a very, very inspiring time. A lot of energy shifts is happening with Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. We're seeing a lot more of like purging out, coming out, exploring, and it's good. It's very positive, because when they start doing this, they automatically start seeing themselves for who they are. A lot of times they don't, and when they don't, they end up going back into their little hut, so to speak. It's not that they stay there, in Divine Masculine that is. It's just that they lose their way, and just like what this card is saying, self-sabotage, where they can find the goodness, they can find love, they can find all of that, but they're not giving in to what their heart is telling them. When they do this, they end up finding misery. I mean, literally, it's not a good thing to bury love. It's not a good thing to try to like shut off and close off your emotions, so to speak, because what happens is that it's a very lonely place, and we automatically find ourselves alone, and we are not alone. You know what? You are not alone. I am not alone. We are not alone. We are together in all of this, and that's why I'm here with you guys on this journey to help you all. Divine Masculine, it's time to take that mask off. Take the mask off. Reveal your inner truth, and this card is beautiful. I love showing the cards. Take off that mask so that we can see that beautiful side of you. When relationships go through chaos, and what I mean by chaos, I don't mean they're always arguing or fighting, but I'm talking about certain challenges. Everybody has them, and because we have them, it doesn't mean that we should close off relationships in general. it just means that there's a mask up, you know, just take the mask off. You know, you ever see like when like the kids trick or treat, Halloween, there's a mask, and it's fun. Yeah, it's fun. A lot of you, you know, engage in it. Some of you don't, but you know what I'm talking about, the masquerade. You put this mask up because they want to be something that they're not. And that's what the divine masculine has been doing. They've been closing off where they need to surrender. But the only reason that they're holding on to this mask is due to fear. You don't have anything to be afraid of. That fear is actually coming from ego. We talked about ego before, because what ego does is it's good and it's bad. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Don't erase your ego. You need your ego. But when it comes to fear, divine masculine, like I said, the egotistical energy just says, hey, I am not going to take this anymore. And I can't be something that I'm not, and I'm just going to close myself off completely, because they're afraid. You know, they don't want to be their authentic self. You got what I'm saying? Not being your authentic self is actually not being who you are, self-sabotage. And it's like you want to surrender. So we're seeing in these 4 cards directly, and you guys can't see the cards because I did not bring my chair, by the way, because I completely forgot. I was in a rush, you know, and but I'm glad I'm here. I like sitting on the floor. It's great. It's nature. I love to feel grounded. Anyway, so these 4 cards, these 4 cards are telling us that take off that outer layer that we've built up for so long. When you build up this layer, guys, you build up something that you actually think that's who you are. That's what the divine masculine is doing. They actually believe that they are something that they portray. Just like when we talk about, whoa, something just flew by. I think it was a butterfly. Social media, for instance. Not talking about it. You guys know I'm a big social media buff. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, all of it. But sometimes people just love to post stuff. And I know we talk about, you know, being something that you're not, and fake news and all of that stuff, because you can be, hey, I'm in my jammies, right? And I'm like posting all these beautiful pictures that I'm finding wherever I'm finding them, and I'm posting that I'm out on a beautiful Hawaiian or tropical vacation. Guess what? That's not true. You know, it's because, and everybody believes it. You may be seeing this person and saying, they're having a life of Riley. They're so happy. Look at them. And where am I at? That's why I'm talking about. It is something that you possess. You have the power. Yeah, we have the power. So we're taking our smartphones or our computers or our tablets or whatever devices, or a watch. But this is a Fitbit, by the way. But you know what I'm talking about. And you just post whatever you want to portray. And that's exactly how it works. Because when you're doing this, you don't have to be your authentic self. And that's not good. Divine masculines are starting to realize that. You're starting to realize that. You can feel that. If you're in a relationship and that person just keeps plugging away, that they're having a good time, or they're smiling all the time, and they're with their karmic, or they're with someone else, and it looks like they're so happy and excited. Don't believe everything you see on social media. 9 out of 10 times when you're, okay, yeah, we do post stuff when we're happy, and we do post, like I'm posting this in this beautiful area, but most people won't post everything that they're doing when they're extremely happy, unless they want what on the other side to see this. And it kind of like boosts their happiness in a sense. They boost their vibration, if you want to call it. I don't know how they boost their vibration by lying, by portraying something, but it does. It boosts up their ego. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. Thank you. And that's what happens when that energy just starts to, you know, like flare up, that they feel, oh yeah, this is the right thing to do. And then they get a high on it, and they just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. You're on the other side looking at them and saying, where are they? What are they doing? Whatever they're doing. Don't believe everything. So like I said, I know I was going a lot into this because I felt that this was a message, and you know, I get very, very inspired, and I get a lot of messages from this place. I'm going to tell you, it's very magical. I came here a few times, and I'm really happy I did this video here. But it is really important not to pay attention to what you're seeing. Now, divine feminines, you're keeping quiet, but it's time. Now that, you know, the shadow phase, Mercury retrograde, is ending, and it's pretty much you can say what you want. As you can see this card. Say what you mean. Like, you can see that it's time to start bringing out your inner truth, bringing out what you mean. You too, divine feminines, you're not seeing things. You're not being authentic either, because maybe you're the one that's watching this. I mean, divine masculine and divine feminines does not portray the male and the feminine. So when I say this, divine feminine can be the male and divine masculine can be the female, okay? So saying what you mean, divine feminines, that's the side of us, that it's time to just reveal yourself, reveal who you are, and reveal that you need to just start talking about your feelings or start expressing yourself. And I'm not talking about to your partner or to that person that you're with or the person that you're looking for to be with, but I'm talking about to yourself. You know, say what you mean. Do you really want this? Do you really want to go through this? Do something for yourself. It's time to indulge self-love. This is the time to just really start shining. And this is a beautiful card. I love these cards. The moon cards, oracle of the moon queen, or queen of the, oh my gosh, I forgot the cards. But anyways, you got what I'm saying. Self-love to the point where you're loving who you are deep inside, that part of you that is shining. Okay, say what you mean by giving the love, and when you do this, you automatically attract. See, divine feminines, not that I'm saying that they're wrong, or I'm not putting them in a negative place or saying anything. So please, guys, don't get offended if I say something, because I sometimes have to say it a little, not tough love, but more of like, you know, just I'm passionate about it and I got a message to bring out. It's time to just, you know, be that person you are, and, you know, stop being afraid. They're the ones that are afraid. They're the ones that are afraid to say what they want to say, because they're emotionally, they've been torn. You know, and that's what divine feminines tend to do. The ego takes over there, and it pulls them down so that the healing can take place. And this is why it's time for healing to start over. Healing is beginning. Healing is starting to happen. Well, as we get now into these energy shifts, like I mentioned, divine feminines are coming out. Divine feminines are starting to say what they mean. Not putting like a cap on everything and saying, oh no, I can't do this. This is not me. I'm not going to do this. And feel sorry for themselves. You know what I mean? Sometimes they do, and when they do, they end up feeling hurt inside, and their heart just, you know, just melts, because that relationship that they've been trying to mend or they've been trying to get connected to just doesn't seem like they hear them, because they're not doing it for themselves. It's all about having the faith. This card is telling us having the faith. It's beautiful. I love these cards. Like I said, it's beautiful. What's going on now is a new beginning, a new change. Something is up for them. Divine feminines are starting to feel good about themselves, but they just won't express it. So despite of whatever is going on, guys, it's not about what you need to do to change things, because when we try to change too much, we end up finding ourselves going backwards. And I don't want you to go backwards, because going backwards only means one thing: you have to start over again. Because that's where it seems to go on with divine masculine, divine feminine. They end up finding themselves in a place where it feels, oh, this is where I need to be. This is a good place. This is something positive. Yeah, I need to stay here, and I could just hide away from feeling any pain. Well, guess what? Divine masculines are kind of doing the same thing. Two wrongs don't make a right. Feeling insecure sometimes, feeling like your self-worth is put down, even if there's someone there that is around you that you know that they care, but they're not showing themselves that they care. Think of yourself first. When I say think of yourself, don't put so much emphasis on why I can't pull that person. You can't pull nobody towards you. You know, there's no such thing. You cannot do this. There is no way, there's no magical way to pull somebody towards you if it's not meant to be. When things do happen, I'm sorry if there's a wind and you hear like a feedback. I'll try to turn away a little bit. Can't do that. Everything happens for a reason. And, you know, when divine masculines are starting to surrender and release, it's a good time to divine feminines to feel the same way, you know, because releasing is the power of healing. You know, when we release, we can feel recharged, you know, we can feel rejuvenated, we can feel, hey, this is not so bad. But every time you keep putting all this pressure on yourself, say what you mean, because you love yourself and you know that it's part of what makes you whole and what makes you feel good about yourself, because you have the faith. Having the faith. If the relationship you're with and they're with somebody else, you know, I can't really talk about what to do in this case because it's your journey, it's your situation. I'm not here to tell you what to do. Remember that. These are just messages that I relate to you. You take for your highest good, okay? That's why I put out these videos every week, because there's messages coming in like all the time. And I even do it on Instagram and Facebook, you know, the one card. I want to give that message out to you guys, whatever that may be, however the messages come through when you get them from other channels, other people, billboards, license plates. That's like a message. Dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Paying attention will actually open up your eyes to see what you need to do. Maybe this video is resonating with you. Maybe it's not. That's okay. Maybe it can resonate with someone else that you know. Maybe it'll resonate with you later. Visit the video again. It's all about what comes to you. And, you know, just, I'm sorry, I have my eye on a honeybee, and hopefully she stays there, or he. It's all about what you need to do to focus on who you truly are. Okay, so it's not about what changes you have to make to yourself. It's all about the changes that are coming from within. There is energy shifts, there is new beginnings, there is purging that is happening, and it sometimes can be pretty rough during the Lion's Gate portal opening. It happens during different times, and we feel the purging. But though this one seems to be in August, August is going to be maybe not as extreme, but maybe it might. Everybody is different, so embrace it. You know, as we come now to the slowly like winding down time of summer. You know, summer is winding down, or winter. It's a new beginning that we all look forward to. Yeah, I know we all don't want to hear, you know, September coming up and it's going to be, you know, the fall equinox. It's an exciting time also. So we get ready for it. We get excited for it. I get excited. I have to be honest, for every season. It's not just summer. They're not all my favorite seasons. I mean, not one is my favorite season. They're all my favorite seasons. I should rephrase that. That bee is just, I think she left or he left. Anyways, you got what I'm talking about. Get out there and do things for yourself. This is a time for healing. And the only way transformation and healing and manifestation of what your dreams, what your desires, what you're looking for is to be yourself. Get out there more. Doing things for yourself. I always talk about indulging and, you know, just embracing what you have in your heart. Don't look at what other people are expecting you to be or what you think you're supposed to be, because guess what? You're going to be very disappointed at your life because you haven't accomplished your goals, your dreams. You're going to be like in a dormant kind of area. Yeah, that's the best way to put it, I think. You know, because we're kind of like programmed life. You know, not that it's a bad thing or a good thing, but sometimes it's too programmed where it's like my life is not really like that person's and that person's and that person's. I want to live my life the way I want to live it. And that's a direct message. I just felt like something had to come through and I had to bring this out. So anyways, I hope that this reading video resonated with you. There was a lot of powerful messages that I got, a lot of messages that I felt that they were meant for somebody out there. So if you'd like to get your own personalized reading, I do offer phone chat and email readings. The links are down below in the description area, and they're all with me. Like a lot of people's asking me, do I have like a group that, you know, that will read them and not me? No, if I'm offering it, it's coming from me. I am affiliated and associated with a lot of people. I mean, that's like we all are. I'm with you as well. You know, it's like a network of social media with people in general. I love people, you know, and I love you guys. I love you guys for all your support and all that you've done for me in this past year, and these past years, I should say. I couldn't have done it without you. I have to say, you've inspired me into so many areas, and I don't want to sound like this is a speech that I'm giving out, because I just mean it. I love you guys. I really do, and I want to do more. I really do. I'm planning on it. I will do more. Okay. So until next time, God be with you all. Namaste.